Hey guys, it's Gary back for another episode of Dish and Dirt. This week I've had one of probably the best podcasts we've ever done at Dish and Dirt, one of the most important podcasts because I was very fortunate to meet a incredible young man named Chris Norton. His story is so inspiring and motivating that I think you would want to share this with family and friends. What would you do if you were told you could never move again from the chin down? And what would you do if you were 18 years old and had your whole life in front of you when you were told this? Would you walk again? Would you graduate school? Would you get married? Would you foster 19 kids, adopt 6 kids? Chris did all that and then some. His story is so inspiring. He wrote a book with his wife called 7 More Yards. He has a Netflix series or film about him called 7 Yards. His story is so unbelievable. One part of his life, and I don't want to spoil it for you, when he does something, over 300 million people saw that on YouTube. And he went viral. The world rejoiced in him. He was on the nightly news. He was on all these talk shows. He was on the morning news shows. His story has inspired, I would say, millions of people. It inspired me. When I saw 7 Yards on Netflix, I have to admit, I cried like a baby. And I highly recommend you watch it as well. But this week on Dish and Dirt, I had the pleasure of spending about 45 minutes with Chris talking about his story, what he learned from the story, where he gained his strength during this time. And it will absolutely inspire you and motivate you. So to me, this is one of the most important podcasts I've ever done, one of the most important legal tips I've ever done, because I think we all need some inspiration and some motivation from time to time. And if you can't find it from Chris in this story, I don't know where you would ever find it because it is just an incredible story from an incredible human being. So I hope you will give the podcast a listen this week. If you've never listened to the podcast, start with this one because this is incredible. And I'd ask you, please share this with family and friends, particularly if you have young kids. My son's already watched 7 Yards, and it was very inspiring to him as well. So I highly recommend it to family and friends because, like I said, it's just an incredible story. I can't say enough about Chris and the kind of human being he is and the kind of human being we all need to strive to be because he is definitely a role model for everybody. So listen to it. Let me know what you think. Please email me at gary@blaircato.com. Don't forget to go watch his show on Netflix after you listen to our podcast. Hopefully that'll make you want to go see a show on Netflix called 7 Yards. And know that you'll get something out of it. So I don't even have to say I hope you get something out of it. I just absolutely know you will. All right, don't forget April 7th. Tickets are going very fast. We're almost sold out for the April 7th Real Estate Summit, Success Summit, which will be here in Columbia. I'll put a link for tickets for that below as well. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week.